Florence Vang Community Farm is San Francisco's largest community farm with 100 volunteer farmers and 200 regular participants. This proposal promotes herbalism as a lifestyle with the Mountain Rose Herbs Grants for Plants program. Our farmer claims public land to grow healthy communities. Our community farm herbal engagement program reclaims past wisdom to produce healthy foods and herbs and promote healthy eating, promote natural and organically grown farming techniques, forge intergenerational and ethnic diversity to increase social connectedness and mutual aid, and to create plant sanctuaries that protect biodiversity and combat pollution and blight.
On a landfill, basically, there's nothing that we can do with it. We can't build on it. It's basically just hills of trash, grass, and weeds is basically all it is.
Sustainability Matters called in the office and introduced the idea of a flower plot.
When Sari came to us about this plot for the bees and the bugs and the birds and everything, we did an experimental spot. Actually, it's along the road for people to stop and see and identify what flowers are blooming and what's happening.
We decided we were going to have a party at the landfill and have an opening day, invite the community to explain to them what we're doing, and we invited them to plant flower seeds.
I am Jill Nicoteri, Director of Development and Communications at Shepherd's Table. Shepherd's Table is a nonprofit organization in downtown Silver Spring in Maryland, where we provide services for people experiencing homelessness or living in poverty. We have a daily meal service, we have a resource center, we have a clothes closet, we also have an eye clinic, and we've been in this community serving for over 36 years.
I had recently started a garden at home on my balcony, and there just wasn't enough space. So, my mind started running wild with, ideas for this garden. This past year, we held a garden day and built several more boxes and filled it with more vegetables, more herbs. And we plan to expand a little bit each year until we have completely used up our entire space that we have available. My dream is to be able to use the garden as an outdoor classroom for some of our clients so that they can learn to be a little bit more self-sustainable once they do get housing, even if it's just a windowsill box or 5-gallon buckets on the balcony like I have at home. I just think it's a really valuable skill, and I found it to be very therapeutic, and I think that a lot of our clients would really benefit from something like that.
My name is Rocky Gelford, and I am the Director of Sustainable G's and the Collective Community Care Project. Sustainable G's is all about believing that people have enough to get started wherever they are, and so we are a firm believer of reconnecting people to land, plants, and being able to create that cultural connection with the land, bringing honor and dignity back to people and their connection with their own food. In San Antonio, there is a high rate of poverty. It's one of the most divided cities in the nation. In addition to that, it's one of the most food insecure locations in the United States. So sitting in a food desert location, sitting in a place where we haven't had access to a healthy grocery store in over a generation, especially in the time of the pandemic where, you've seen the videos of the parking lots filling up of people looking for food and food distributions stopping, and we need another systems to empower people to do more with what they have and then come together as a community to build together and build gardens.
Living School is an open enrollment public high school in New Orleans East. It is project-based. It is beyond what I could have imagined. The school is interdisciplinary and is very deeply involved in environmental stewardship and also developing the students' career and technical verbiage and their breadth. So I'm teaching micro-enterprise in nature's eyes. So essentially my students will be learning how to run a small business by utilizing products that they've either foraged or they've grown in nature. The students will be growing and propagating their own plants, and they'll be taking field trips with professionals that work at universities or local greenhouses. They'll also meet professionals that are involved in indigenous methods of growing and involved in local indigenous tribes outside of New Orleans. They'll take part in making salves, tinctures, different teas, and regalia, different types of jewelry or anything that they can possibly make or create out of things that they've grown.